What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we've got another live fantasy football mock draft for you back on ESPN with a 10-team full PPR mock where we'll be selecting 5th overall, right smack dab in the middle of it all. So it should be pretty interesting. And while we wait for this thing to kick off, a quick reminder, if you guys enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. Let us hear it in the comments section. Agree, disagree, along with any other questions you guys might have. We'll do our best to answer them all. But with that being said, let's dive into this thing. I'm interested to see who we will have available to us 5th overall. As these rankings are currently listed, we might potentially have Bijan Robinson at our disposal. And if so, I think for me personally, he would be the easy pick. The reason that I say that is because I want to secure a no-brainer RB1 type of talent. Yes, I know that makes drafting somebody like a Drake London or a Kyle Pitts not as exciting, if you will, and a little bit more questionable loading up on so many Atlanta Falcons that, value-wise, I think they are pretty good. But to me, the value for Bijan is just too good to ignore. I'll pull up the pick history here. This is, as I always say, ESPN's current version of a draft board so that you guys can keep up with it, even though it's also on the right side here, but maybe a little bit easier to view. I'll break it down for you as we go. Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase. Then we went Bijan. Then it was Tyreek. Then Amon-Ra. Then Justin Jefferson, then Garrett Wilson, then Jonathan Taylor. I was debating going with Tyreek Hill and then seeing if one of the other top running backs falls to me. And when I say other top running backs, I'm talking like Jonathan Taylor, Barkley, and Jahmyr Gibbs. And of course, all of them were drafted. So, that wouldn't have worked out exactly either. So, one way or another, there's going to be a drop-off in between our first and second round selections. That's why I personally really like the back end of drafts this year, because it allows you to get, potentially like a Garrett Wilson and a Jahmyr Gibbs, something like that. And actually, we're on the clock, and I've got a pretty good selection, in my opinion, here that's still available. That's A.J. Brown. I'm going to draft him pretty quickly. Now, again, this is a 10-team league, so we're going to see some more top-heavy teams, but I'm not going to apologize for it. There's still plenty of people that play in those 10-team leagues. Spice it up a little bit by adding an extra flex spot or something like that. But, it's definitely in the realm of possibility to see what we just had. But the reason it was possible, round 2, a lot of running backs. Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, we mentioned them, but then Derrick Henry and Kyren Williams. Henry going ahead of Kyren Williams, even though he's more of a standard-suited running back. Puka Nacua goes 15th overall because of that running back run he drops. Then A.J. Brown drops to us. I will take that. I do have Puka Nacua ranked higher, but I really like A.J. Brown as well. I think by far and away he was the best wide receiver left of the bunch because look at the wide receivers going immediately afterwards. Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison. A lot of competition with those guys in particular. So to me, I think the value for A.J. Brown was sensational. With the 5th pick. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6th pick. Sorry. But then Nico Collins, Travis Etienne, Isaiah Pacheco, Devontae Adams. We will be up here shortly. The 3rd round, Marvin Harrison, and then Mike Evans. Joe Mixon just got selected. Man, this is shaping up for me to be staring Drake London in the face. Rashad White just got drafted. Actually, Chris Olave is still there, which I think, again, is a really good value pick. I would go Drake London, to be honest with you guys, but I do have that Bijan Robinson aspect. I think Chris Olave is also going to be very good. No more Michael Thomas. So in this scenario, I'll take Chris Olave. Again, trying to dissect why this happened. I think we got really good value picks at wide receiver in the 2nd and 3rd round. The reason why this happened is in the 3rd round, Marvin Harrison, Mike Evans, a little bit of a run on the running backs, Joe Mixon and Rashad White. We definitely got really lucky with Chris Olave falling to us. Etienne, Pacheco before that went. So, it was by the skin of our teeth having Chris Olave. If Olave wasn't there, it would have been really tough to ignore Drake London just because I am such a big believer in him. Then Sam Laporta went afterwards, Alvin Kamara, Michael Pittman. I was thinking to myself, are we going to be in a similar situation in the fourth round if Alvin Kamara is there and we have a chance to draft him, but we already took Chris Olave? I mean, at that point, I probably would have taken Alvin Kamara regardless. Michael Pittman then, Travis Kelce, Metcalf, Achane, and Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was pretty tempting. James Cook just got sniped from us. He was the last kind of good running back that I was looking at. Yeah, I would have taken James Cook here in a heartbeat. I really would have. Josh Jacobs was the next best thing in my opinion. Yeah. Let's look at all the positions. Probably go Josh Jacobs. We need another number 2 running back. I'm waiting on the quarterback position. I always say, don't be the first person to select the quarterback. We're going to be able to get great value on somebody like a Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes later on. So trust me when I say that. I mean, I guess I can't be too mad that we lost out on James Cook because, again, we shouldn't have been in the scenario to draft A.J. Brown and Chris Olave either. So the draft gods giveth and the draft gods taketh away as well. In the fourth round, DK Metcalf, Achane, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, James Cook. We went Josh Jacobs. Then David Montgomery, then Jalen Waddle, then Brendan Ayuk, then Jalen Hurts, Mark Andrews. There goes Patrick Mahomes. So remember when I said don't be the first person to draft a quarterback? We had an opportunity to draft. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything, but I think Josh Allen is still there. He is. So Josh Allen in the 5th round as opposed to the 4th round, pretty damn different. Now it's good value getting Josh Allen here. He's also would be the 3rd quarterback to be drafted. Actually 4th, actually 5th. I mean, hell, all right. I preach if you're drafting a top tier quarterback to do it in an intelligent way. And I think this fits that criteria. So, yeah, I'm going to take Josh Allen. I'm not going to apologize in this case because Jalen Hurts was the first quarterback taken with the 10th pick in the 4th round, right? Here. Then in the 5th round, we got Mark Andrews kicking off that round, then Patrick Mahomes, then Lamar, then C.J. Stroud. So 3 straight quarterbacks. We made it 4. Actually, Anthony Richardson made it 5. But yeah, we got that kind of in some people's eyes, the top quarterback. Me personally, no. But again, I still do think Josh Allen is a tier 1 quarterback this year. Then Anthony Richardson, DJ Moore, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith. Malik Neighbors, DJ Moore, good value on both of them. The reason I say, kind of going back to it, why I think that Josh Allen might not be the number 1 quarterback, I look at the guys he's lost in Diggs and Gabe Davis and the replacements more so. I just don't think that they will be necessarily filling those shoes in the fact that it's Curtis Samuel, it's Keon Coleman, it's rookies. So I don't necessarily love that. Oh, there was a huge tight end run here. I really wanted Dalton Kincaid or McBride to fall to us. And then on top of that, Evan Ingram also goes. Man, I did not expect that because that would have been my no-brainer of a pick. Kenneth Walker now just got picked. Aaron Jones. George Pickens, I think, is a good value. Let's see the tight ends that are left. Yeah, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts. We might have to end up with Kyle Pitts, honestly. But I'm going to continue to load up on just players that I like. George Pickens is a guy that I've talked about a bunch. I like him more than Deebo Samuel. Notice Deebo Samuel here, 45th overall. I don't know if Deebo is even going to be on the 49ers. He's like the 4th, 5th option on that offense. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Brendan Ayuk. So a lot of names there in San Fran. After we went George Pickens, again, let's pull up the pick history. God damn it, Kyle Pitts just went. Zach Moss. Let's quickly go back to the draft board and make a selection here. I think we had a case of, some auto picks. Could we use another rusher? Yes. Which one will it be? I think right now the best value is probably James Conner. So let's go in that direction. We're going to punt on the tight end position a little bit. We decided to. So essentially, what this boiled down to is we could have gotten, our choice of tight end in either McBride, Kincaid in the 5th round, instead of drafting Josh Allen, a tier 1 quarterback. I decided to go with Josh Allen just because, value-wise, it was higher up. And in my opinion, I thought there was a decent chance that one of those tight ends would fall to us. Ultimately, Kittle and Pitts did fall to us, but again, I took another risk and said, all right, let's wait another round. If they continue to fall, didn't exactly go that way. It's all right. Jake Ferguson, is he still there? He is still there. I think that we can make do with Jake Ferguson. So, yeah, it was basically a swap. Do you go Josh Allen or do you go a tier 1 tight end? I took a gamble thinking that going Josh Allen was the easy move, and then a tier 1 tight end could still fall to us. Didn't exactly play out that way. But, I can't be too mad about getting Josh Allen in the 5th round, right? Other values here, Christian Kirk is a really good value. Keenan Allen's a good value. Let's just practice patience here. I'm going to go Christian Kirk. And then in the next round, if he's there, I will take Jake Ferguson. Keenan Allen was another good value. I took Kirk over Keenan because I know what Kirk is. He's the number 1 wide receiver for the Jaguars. Keenan, he's not with Justin Herbert anymore, so he's playing opposite DJ Moore. Is he going to be the number 1? Nobody really knows. And he's playing with a rookie on top of that. When we selected James Conner here, we barely missed out on Kyle Pitts. He would have been my selection if he was there. After James Conner, you saw Debo at that point, a good value. Joe Burrow, Ramondre, Dak, Tank Dell. In the 8th, Kyler Murray, Chris Godwin, McConkey, Warren, Terry McLaurin. We went Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen, Christian Watson, Nick Chubb, Jaden Reed, Brian Robinson. And at this point in time, if he's still there, I will take a tight end because we need to. Running back, we can do running backs later. Tight end, let's go Jake Ferguson. Really kind of broke out last year for Dallas, and I think he's going to be yet again another utilized option for that Dallas offense. So yeah, it could have been better at tight end, but I think our first several picks we got tremendous value on. And even on our bench, like James Conner, Christian Kirk on our bench. Again, don't forget, this is a 10-team league, so there's going to be more top-heavy squads. But I think all things considered, we did a really good job. And we took the draft as it came to us, and we were able to benefit from that perspective. So, I think we can kind of call it a day, right? We've got the majority of the squad: Josh Allen, Bijan, Jacobs, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, Jake Ferguson, George Pickens, James Conner, Christian Kirk. We've got depth. I like the squad personally, but hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments, along with any other questions you guys might have. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys in future videos.